Hello? Hello? Is it returned?
Okay. That made no sense at all. Oh, but hi, can you hear me
And
now?
now it's back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I waited. I waited like a minute or two, and then it didn't come back. So I was like, okay, now I'll manually go up and check on it. And then I get there, and it's like a red light, so it's not working. And I walk over to it, and it turns like green. I'm like, what? This makes no sense. All I had to do was just wait just a little bit longer. It would have just fixed itself. And I'm really scared that these things will happen more often when I go to the rural place on the East Coast, because it's the East Coast. The East Coast is a scary place. It's full of alligator wranglers and what else?
Alligator wrestling.
Yes, and everyone is a second cousin of everyone, probably. Yes.
N_sweep says we back.
Yes, and sweep. Cool. Okay. Right, that interrupted my problem solving. Right, I was gonna do 4 item in. Okay, range. I guess I'm doing the current. Wait a second. Do we? Because there's 2 things. There's this. This isn't supposed to thought, because how did I work with this? Because there's 2 things. There's this list, the dictionary, sorry, and this iterable. I need the index so I can match them up with each other, don't I? But I forgot what happens if like one is shorter than the other. Will it just what will it do? It maybe just not do anything. Just skip it. I don't know. But I don't think anything bad happens. How do you do this syntax? I know there's a comma. This is the one for the counter. Like, or, what is it called? It has a special name in Python. Enumerate or something? Like a numerator? I did forget the syntax, so legitimately. Maybe I'll peek at my previous code where I wrote it out.
So talk me through what you're thinking of right now.
What I'm thinking of. Let's see. I'm thinking of getting a
N_sweep
like
says
where I am in the
your
list
here?
as I iterate through. Okay, I have to stop saying list maybe. Wind. Hi. I forgot. Guess what? I forgot all my Python because I haven't done it in like a week, so I forgot it all. Isn't that cool? And guess what, Wind? Did you? I don't know if you were here when I was talking about Ohio. I actually don't think you were. But Ansie's from Ohio. Ellie is from Florida. And they're so cool. And smart. And amazing. And totally my idols. So, and they're from the East Coast. So maybe it's not all so bad.
Are you moving to Florida?
Not to Florida. Because it's too expensive. Actually, my family would have picked Florida
says LUL.
if it wasn't. No. No, it's true. And you're the sweet ones. I'm more like a Mira, to be honest. It depends with the company I'm around.
137 says Ohio is a real place.
I just kind of. Yeah. Oh, that's what I mean. Florida is apparently real.
N_sweep says
not just a meme. Ohio's real.
It's all Ohio.
They do. You could just Sigma. And actually, I heard I read a thing about like etymology of some of the new terms because it was interesting. And Skibbity. I know, right? And apparently, so sigma, you know how like words shift and change in meaning. So sigma originally, the original meaning of it in the context of slang, it was a joke term to make fun of alpha.
Underscore sweep says my wife had to tell me about Riz, which I found fascinating.
Yep, charisma, right? So, yeah. So sigma in its original form, but it shifted over like a year or whatever before it became mainstream. But in its original term, it was like to make fun of the whole be an alpha. So like sigma is not alpha. Like if you were a sigma, you're someone who you stick to yourself and you don't care what others think about you. So that's the original meaning. But people kept saying it so much, like I'm just a sigma, that it just turned into alpha. So now they have the same meaning.
Little shameful. I love watching those fucked up brainrot 3D animation videos on YouTube.
Does it? Or I would like to say I didn't see any of those, so maybe I'll go with that story. I didn't watch any of those because I am a mature adult and not a 10-year-old child. And I have better things to do with my time than know what that is. Yes. That's my... Yes. Oh, yes, I was walking you through my thought process. So, I was going to do the enumerate thing, weird syntax, and then I was going to put in here...
N underscore sweep says no, it doesn't.
Oh, items to add. Okay. Wait. Yes. Wait. No, wait. That doesn't make sense because they're not going to line up. Oh, wait. No, sorry. This only works in a very specific case. This doesn't work. I already came up with it. I came up with the solution that this doesn't work. You're looking at sadness and just...
Line 137 says TBH, I don't think I've ever used the set default method.
Maybe I should go back and look at my... What was...
I mean, you're... Okay, so first off, how much of... would you like hints? Or any kind of like direction on what you're doing?
I will leave it up to
or do you want to
Professor
be like...
Allie, to decide.
That is...
What?
Too much responsibility.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Because I don't want to ruin the experience
so
for you.
Responsibility gets pushed onto me. Of course it does.
Ellie underscore B314, you are a good teacher. Smiley face.
Yeah, and she explains things really clearly. Like, she reminds me of you. And patiently, and just... Yeah.
So, hints or no hints?
Alright, try dropping a hint then. Hints are usually like small bites of information.
So...
fun to come up with.
In my opinion, a for loop is the correct option here.
Okay.
But...
So
we have a for loop, and a for loop allows you to iterate over things.
Yes. I think I just need to maybe... Because I do need to iterate through this to check each one. That does have to happen. But the way I was going to do it, I think, is wrong. So I do use the for loop, but I can't cheat with the
is wrong
number. I have to do something else. I probably have to... plug in. So maybe I don't need...
Underscore 99 says using pass instead of is based behavior.
So you're so close.
How about, you're
so close.
That. Using pass instead of base behavior. Okay. Wait, is that good or bad? Okay. So what I would do is this, and as I go through for item in each one, take that item. So then you would use like item, or it doesn't be indentation because it's Python, and it's not Python. Is that the name of the new one with brackets? I'm not using Python, so there would be an indentation. This is wrong. And
so
check this. Use this as the key, because I want to search dictionary and use item as the key. Like, is the key in my list? If it's in the, sorry, it's a dictionary. Is the key in my dictionary? If it is, change the value plus one the value. If it's not, then put it in the dictionary.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
So how do you check if something is in a dictionary?
You can do, I think there's like a few ways, but there's a syntax where I think it might be, okay, I'm gonna guess.
Nice.
So I'm checking this one. Isn't it current card? Isn't this current card dot key? Is that what you do? Because it might not be like this, or I think it might be dot syntax for this one. But then I want, like, I need, it's going to be an if statement.
Says, do you know what range is used for?
Yes. And remember when you taught me in the old version of Python, Python 3 and below, or I think it was Python 2 actually. Then when you did the range, it actually turned it into a list. So if it was like 1,000,000 items, it would create a list of 1,000,000 items, but now it doesn't do that anymore. Because that's dumb.
N_sweep, what is the program asking to do?
Oh,
sorry, I'm slow.
You're not slow. You just didn't see the instructions because you weren't here. It is, where was I? It's down a little bit here. Yes, this is what it is. So 2 inputs. One is a dictionary. One is a list of key value pairs that. Wait, is this one a dictionary? Maybe
N_sweep says at HDD_99
value pairs.
We're adding items to a dictionary.
Put them into the dictionary.
Shopping cart style.
If apple's already there, make it 3 apples. If apple wasn't in the list, then put 1 apple in the list, and that's really it. And return it afterwards as a dictionary. So,
HDD_99 says, oh, I see.
But range basically, so it doesn't actually create a list anymore, which it's cool, I guess. But it goes through each one. And it has to be there, like it just has to, because it's Python, and Python needs it. Oh. Oh, yes! Wind and the banana. It's canon. Favorite food. Also, we decided that if I ever start to experiment with machine learning and I make my own little AI thing with like image recognition for funsies, I'll make it so it identifies is banana or not banana. And this is so in case Wind goes blind, he'll have a tool to help him, because I'm a thoughtful person and I don't want him to, well, no, I want him to be able to eat his favorite food most of the time, because it you know, AI is not perfect, but neither are we. CV for work right now.
N_sweep says, I'm doing CV for work right now. Let me know when you get there, LUL.
Wait, what is CV?
Computer vision.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen the acronym. Yes, I will, N_sweep. I will. Cool. So, what items in range are they doing? I think it's something like this. Oh, wait. Something like this. And also, I'm just gonna reset everything because indentations are probably wrong because they're always messed up. They just always are, so I have to fix them all the time. So then, if it was there,
point out a little syntax error here at the end of the line of for and at the end of the line of if there should be a colon because that signifies that you're going into the body of something.
That's true.
But you're on the right track. Your thought process is getting there.
This happens with semicolons too. It happens with semicolons and colons because I'm so distracted by like the logic of it. I never type I just always forget to put the thing in then but usually before I run it, I'll go back and it's bad It's kind of a bad habit, but then I'll be like semicolon everything or colon everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so now in this if statement,
yeah.
What are you doing inside of this if statement?
Wanting to.
First off.
Okay.
So what is it testing for?
It's testing if the item that we're iterating through the items to add, not cart. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're testing
each, and we loop through each one. We put it in we check the key to see if the item is in the current cart, and then if it is, I want it to increase the value by 1 because there will be a number in there.
Okay. So how do you do that?
Current cart value. I think.
Do you mind if I show you the syntax for that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, yeah, show me the syntax.
So with a dictionary, just like with an array, you can index it with the square braces. So you can do current underscore cart square brace item.
What did I even put?
And that will give you access to the position. And then you can
So here or dot current cart
HDD underscore 99 says value error, cannot compare items underscore to underscore add list to item.
And then and then what do you?
No, don't be sorry. You're helping me out. HDD
underscore 99 says sorry.
Okay, sorry. What were we saying?
And then now you can assign a new value to it. So what value do you assign to it?
I assign the value plus 1.
There you go. And you already know how to get the value from it.
I do. So I would use what I just wrote, right? Yeah, I think so. I think. Or there's like a shortened version, right? Oh wait,
you did value again.
I did, so it's not okay.
Oh, you actually know about the shortened version. Okay, I was going to explain that next, but you do know about the shortened version. That's good.
Yes, and then if you're in like C, you can it's even nicer because then you can just put that plus plus, but you can't do that here. I found out. I tried doing it like something plus plus, and it didn't work. So you can only do this one. Item. So this is already getting the value, isn't it? So I don't have to do whatever. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Actually.
So plus equals 1.
Okay.
There you go. And now.
That's the shorten what you said syntax.
And now what do we have to do? So we've gone through the if true branch. What do we do on the if false branch?
Else. Now I have to remember how to insert something into a dictionary. It's not dot join because that's for strings. Because I've tried doing that before, and people keep reminding me it's a string, like thing. Method.
So we already know how to index a dictionary, and when we're inserting something, we can use the same syntax.
Oh. Okay. So. Wait. Like.
Line 137 says, do you remember the thing I said about the hash function?
So that's trying to call current card as a function, but we have a dictionary, so we need to index it.
Yeah. What you said about hash function. We have hash function. Is it... Maybe you're hinting at this. Wind, maybe. Current card.
So, what are we going to index?
Oh. Item?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Is it because if it's not in there, it just puts it in there as Python's behavior?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I just forget I can do things like this. It's crazy.
So we have current cart, which you have a typo there.
Thank you.
On that line that your cursor is on.
No, about that.
We're accessing it, but what are we putting in there?
Oh. We're accessing?
So if it's a new item?
Yeah. We're accessing it. How are we accessing it? Because in this case, the item wouldn't be in the cart, right?
We're accessing sort of the place of where it would be if it was in there. So we can sort of insert a new item. So we can say current cart item.
Wouldn't be equals item, is it?
Ooh, you're so close.
They don't use like a new keyword. I don't remember that in Python.
No new keyword needed.
Or something.
But when we don't have the item in our list, how many of that item do we get after we
because we have to put the values too.
Underscore sweep says, what are the values of your dictionary?
I see. Values are like apple 1. It's like an int and a word. Or like banana 2. So how many do you have in the cart of the fruit?
If we encounter a new fruit that we've never seen before, how many do we have in our cart?
Yeah.
Once we put one into our cart.
In Wynn's case, we wouldn't even need a dictionary because there's one item in the cart. It's just a bunch of bananas, so we just need one key value. Current cart item. Oh wait. So right. 1 item.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
N underscore sweep says
I feel like I forgot almost everything. That's great. Good to know. These are the this is the downside from switching around a bunch.
Oh
wait a second, hold on.
Colin, could you
damn it, I did it again. I said I did it. I do it a lot, and then I did it again. But I didn't lie. Oh yay. Oh wait, I failed. Okay, anything about. Let's see. They give me output for how it doesn't match.
Ellie underscore B314 says I'm avoiding bringing up new behavior at this point.
Cannot interpret it. Yeah.
HDD underscore 99 says at Ellie underscore B314 it's fine.
I remember I had this one guy who sometimes shows up in my chat. His name is like T Carcass, and whenever he watches me program in Python because he's like skilled at it, like he takes the time to so that he can enjoy the stream too. He writes my whole code in a single line. Like he does it in like one line because there's like all these shorthand things you can do, and it ends up looking pretty cool. Thank you, whoever followed. Look at you. See, I told you. It's you. It's you, Ellie. People following because you're here. You bring the good vibes. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained, everyone? Sorry, I'm entertained because I'm
Ellie
really entertained.
B314.
I was almost
so I'm gonna push on Wynn's question now.
Yeah.
So, do you remember what range does?
So I remember my original answer was it turns things into lists so that it can go, like we would put a number in it. This is already iterable, so we don't need to do that. It would be like if we needed 3 and we need to go through it 3 times, then we would use range.
Bang on. You got it.
Yeah, that's why, you're good, Wynn. I didn't catch it the first time you said that. And you probably were like, no, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. But you probably were like, wow. I'm like, you were dropping this from the beginning, and I didn't pick it up till the end.
Underscore 99
when Ellie pushed it again. Ellie had to push the point again for me to like realize like that was a problem. That's funny.
Yeah, well,
Wynn did point this out.
A huge part of programming is debugging, and
yes.
You have a few bugs. You have a few.
Okay, I can work with that. I've had more. I've had everything be a bug. I've had people say, delete every line because it's all wrong, and that's yeah.
So
like, where's the bug?
You
it
have
is a bug. Yes.
Yeah. So right now I'm seeing a. What is the dot key function? I would
better not be the math E. That's okay.
I would
dot E.
Say how do we check? How do we check if a key is in a dictionary?
Okay.
Because you're compiling or you're running it and it's
no attribute
not working. So what that's saying is that the dict class has no attribute called key. So you're trying to call something that doesn't work.
So this is not this wasn't the syntax.
Or that isn't there, I should say.
Oh. Doesn't that mean that that's the wrong syntax for key? I thought there was a key thing, but maybe it's not this.
It just doesn't exist.
No.
Object has no attribute key.
Oh, because that throws an error if...
Okay. Yep, so key doesn't exist inside of a dictionary. So you need a different syntax to check if a key is in a dictionary. Do you know what that is? Maybe you've written something like it before?
It's not adding this, is it?
Well, you still have the dot key.
Wait, that's true. That's true. I do. I wonder when you say maybe you've done it before, I wonder if you're specifically referring to Python or another language, just to know if this is like a special feature of Python or not. Because I'm getting like a Python feeling from this, and not just a generic like C language.
I would have assumed that they would have introduced how to.
Oh.
I've never ran through this course before, but I assume that they would have taught you how to.
It's not
check
actually a course. It's
if
more of a
key is.
499 says, "How do you get the keys in a dictionary?"
Technically, have a problem. Let's see it.
Maybe we could Google, because a big part of programming is Googling.
That's good. And actually, Wynn has forced me to do this. Remember when you're like, let's test your Googling skills. Get used to Googling. Because he had the answer. He's like, why don't you practice Googling? Let's see if you can find the answer. So, time to do that.
So, how do we check if a key is in a dictionary?
Walmart recalls apple juice. It's not the answer. We said key... Python. How to check if key in dictionary. Get key. Default method. Oh. That's probably what I want. Dot keys. Oh wait. Theirs was wrong. They're the ones asking the question. This isn't the solution. Oh, we have the special. We can do the simple one. This is a simple version. It's the in, because Python, like the Python way to do things is to use in whatever list or iterable. It's the Python way. It's always using in for everything when you can. If item, I'll take the simple way, because I think there's another way to do it too. There is some kind of like get key thing. If item in. Get used to using in current cart. And there's probably more problems because I feel like you said problems, like plural. Somewhere.
By the way, that was awesome. Oh. I just wanna say that was awesome. Aww. You had a problem and you found an answer for it.
Yes.
And it is the correct answer.
Oh. Imagine it doesn't compile these. I knew there'd be more, but you did already
99 says meaningful clap.
Thank you, HDD. Oh, you were giving me a hint by asking the question, how do you get the keys in the dictionary? So you were on the right track, too.
So there's something else about this function that you might want to go back to the or you can read the documentation right in the
I'm not even doing what they want. What am I doing? Like it does a computation, but doesn't. Oh wait, well this is one thing. I need to return what they want because then it doesn't. It does stuff and then maybe there's more missing. Yes, current cart. But isn't? Okay, that is so ambiguous. I'm like trying to interpret the sounds like I interpret code, but just like code, it doesn't. It's too. It doesn't parse, but.
So you made a change. You might.
And it will break again.
So before we run that, before we. You already.
I trigger happy. It's like I see it run.
Wait, it failed.
I see a submit button, and I touch it.
Okay, so walk me through. Well, first off, actually, go read that. Go read that code.
This code? Which code? Which?
Actually, go read that error. What does that error say?
Where?
On the right hand. Oh wait, no, it finished. Oh, never mind.
Oh, is it? Oh, interesting. Maybe like this. Oh, this is because it's the next task. We don't have it yet.
The second one. Okay.
Yeah, because we didn't do anything related to it. Okay, this is fun. This is different.
Okay, so why don't we? Can you explain in words how this code works?
I was gonna do Morse code, but okay, it's fine. In words,
that would be super impressive.
How it works? Imagine.
So just talk it through. What is this code doing?
Good, smart. String methods. Yes. So this code. Wait. When do you say? Can you explain in words? False.
Line 137 says, "Can you explain in words?"
In words. It's good. Right. So for it's a function.
Ellie_B314 says max LOL.
That has an input and gives an output. The input is a dictionary with a list of fruit and numbers of fruit in your cart. The items. And then
777 says
there is an iterable
.com/IFU6
that has don't worry, Seribot took care of it. And then there's an another iterable that is passed as a second argument that has the other fruit that you're buying that you want to put into the list to add to the list.
Mm-hmm.
So for every, I'm not sure if it's cheating just to like read it actually like this, but we go through each item to add from the second list and we check it. We check for each item. We check, is this item in the list? If it is in the list, find the key and up its value by 1 because you have one more of the item and the key is the fruit, the label for the how many of the whatevers you have. If it's not in the list, then put it in the list and give it a value of 1 because you have one of that item, not 0, because that's how numbers work. And then just return the list at the end and you have an updated list. Yes.
That is absolutely correct.
But I think we should force, if we have to like write the code, I feel like we should force everyone to be like a programmer. And so once you buy like an apple, I feel like they should start on 0 apples. Like let's start on 0 then for them and make them deal with that. 1 apple is
Not
0
sure
apple. 2 well, they'll get used to it.
So now that we're here, there's actually a do you mind code suggestions to make it a bit shorter?
I would love code suggestions. Like adore them.
That entire if statement, the if-else branch, can actually be replaced by a single line.
Clients may not approve of this philosophy.
If we call this cool function of 4 dicts called .get, so we can do a dictionary. I'll write this in the stream chat.
Okay.
Dictionary.get.
What I usually do for
key,
these is
default value.
Is I'll put the excess. I'll usually copy paste them and put the other ones in. So I have like alternatives to look at later.
Says dictionary.get.
Wait, let's take. Let me look at what you have.
Default
this is
underscore
cool.
value.
Ooh.
In the Discord.
Dictionary.get. Oh, that's the .get thing. The other thing they were talking about in that Stack Overflow post. Key default value.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what we can do there is we can take our current cart and we can get a key, get the item, and supply a default value if the item doesn't exist.
Oh, right? And this is what they were actually encouraging us to do, and I didn't do it because I just did the old way that I've seen, that is familiar. But they were, I think they were. Maybe it's different. But they were encouraging you, I think, to use like defaults and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
And then we can just say for item in items to add current cart item equals dictionary.get key or get item 0 plus 1.
Really? Okay. Type that for item in items to add. I could have actually just copy pasted, but it's fine. And you said one line, so we're staying in this whole one line, right?
The line after for item and items to add.
Okay. So I think the current card dot get. Wait, get key current value. I'll comment the part I wrote
says
out.
For item in items underscore to underscore add.
Ooh.
Current underscore cart item equals current underscore cart dot get.
Oh, thank you.
Item 0 1.
Current cart item. Wow. This is cool. So this is the pro Python way. Item 0. So that would be the default value. Oh, because it puts that in. Wow. So this is why people like Python, just because this is like allowed in like one line. This is why they sacrifice their type safety for this type of convenience. What? There's always a trade-off. You have to pay the price for any type of convenience. It works that way in life too.
Well.
But it is
Haskell,
Yeah, and for as much as I complain about Python, the fact that you use Pascal is on another level. Oh, can't assign a value to the output of get as in dictionary.get.
Ellie underscore B314 says Karen
equals. Oh wait, what does that mean when you can't assign a value to the output of get?
So what
is that not what we were doing? We did plus 1. Oh yeah, we instead of just doing like equals plus 1 or something, or plus equals 1, or
I can share my screen if you'd like.
Okay, I would love that. I'll switch over so that everyone can see too.
Wind 137 says because .get already gets evaluated to its output.
Already evaluates to its output. Oh, it'll evaluate to the value already. Oh yeah. Because you're getting the value of that key. That's why it takes key as the first argument.
So, by the way, they can't see it on the stream.
Oh, did I? Oh, because sorry. I got distracted.
No worries.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, so if we have a dictionary here,
Python 3.
All right?
Yeah.
We can use the .get function, or method, I should say. It's a method. Nix, my man.
N_sweep
Yo, and Sweep, you're my new favorite person.
Oh my gosh, I knew you guys would get along. We're such a happy community. We are. Yes.
So we here can use the... man, I just switched over like last month after using Arch for like 5 years. Incredible. I love it. So we can use the .get function here to get a value, get the corresponding
N_sweep says it's amazing.
value to a key in a dictionary. Okay. What wind? I'm sorry. What wind is saying is that we can't say something like .get apple equals 3 because what we're basically doing is a.get.
Oh, you're going 3 equals 3.
Evaluates.
No.
2. So what we'll basically be doing is the same as 2 equals 3.
2. Sorry, I thought it was 3 in the list in the first one. But yeah, it'll evaluate to its value. So you're just saying the value equals like 2 equals 3.
Yeah, which doesn't really make sense, like at all.
Yes.
So we can't really do that. So instead, we'll have to say a apple equals a.get apple plus 1. We index into the dictionary to get the position of where apple is in the dictionary, and then we can assign a new value to it.
Okay.
And that works. And now when we
yes, you don't have to
apple,
put a default value. It's an optional. Right?
It is optional. It is optional.
Argument. This is really useful.
It's very good in our case because if we have our shopping cart that doesn't have bananas in it, but doesn't have blueberries in it. If we want to
speaking of shopping cart,
do blueberries.
Yeah. since we're doing a shopping cart.
Sorry?
Oh, I was just thinking, like, from the beginning when we did this, I didn't have to do any of this. Like, the easiest solution would have been just hire people from India to look in the cart and like manually type.
That's
3
that's
apple,
true. Just follow everyone on cameras.
Banana. It's a good idea.
So what do you expect to happen here? So blueberries isn't in our dictionary.
Because you didn't supply a default value. I think it'll throw an error. But
it is an error. It is an error, but it was a little bit different error than what you expected. When we try to get a key that doesn't exist in a dictionary, it's going to return none. That's what it returns, is none.
None.
Saying it's not there. So that's what the default value in .get is we're saying, hey, we want to supply if the key doesn't exist, then we supply a default value, and it's going to return 0 instead of 1. So now we can say a blueberry equals a.get blueberry 0. Oh my god, I can't type. Plus 1. So if it does exist, then we'll get its value. Otherwise, we'll get 0, and then we add 1 onto it regardless. And then we assign the new value, and then when we print out A, now we have 1 blueberry in our cart.
Nice. Cool.
Do you have any questions from that?
Not related in particular to what you were showing, but I did think in my head when I did see none, it did remind me that there's all these types for like empty things. I'm just saying that like very broadly. Like there's none, and then there was none, and then there was, I think there was even another one used for different things that sometimes show up when like NaN when there's
yeah, none is what normal language is called null.
137 says none is what normal language is called null.
Or nil. That's
was there more than two? Wasn't there a third one? Am I remembering that wrong? There was none, non, and something else that's similar.
I think there's just a none.
Okay.
I think you may be thinking of nan, which is
NaN.
Slightly
I call it non,
different.
Yeah, NaN.
Yeah, nan is a slightly different thing. That's when you do things. That's with floating points. So floating that's like a saying like your sort of operation kind of broke when you work with floating point numbers, but you don't have to worry about that right now.
Yes. Cool.
All right. So the final solution, you got it. So you can move on to the next problem.
Cool. I think you would do like if you made a tutorial. I mean, who knows? You might be able to like quit your job as a freelancer and just get that ad revenue because you're good. I think so.
Work.
Line 137 says you can create
I would
an
buy your
Udemy
Python
course using float. NAD.
And NAD and
Oh shit! Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't. I've tried to do tutorials in the past. I'm not that great at it, but I am working with a nonprofit right now to write up some educational material on how to do my job.
That is awesome. Nice. I didn't actually know NaN was Python built-in. You didn't? Oh, yeah.
NANs are actually part of the floating point standard. They're not specific to any language. So like JavaScript has them, C has them, C++ has them. Any language that follows the IEEE 754 floating point standard has NANs in it.
And underscore sweep says that makes sense. Till
I do have a request. If the apocalypse happens or whatever, zombies or the next COVID-19 or nuclear warfare, and then all technology is lost and we have to start from scratch, please let me join your community when you start your own little group to rebuild society. I would like to
LMAO collapse collapse OS.
Collapse OS.
And underscore sweep says LUL.
I already knew about this.
Is there a program?
I already knew about this.
Civilizational collapse. What? Yeah. So when you rebuild computers from scratch and then try to, bring back technology with Collapse OS. He has, every time I bring something up, it's like he just has the source from whatever I'm talking about. Like he has something relevant to what I'm saying. It's really crazy. I said earlier before you came in, Sweep, it's like he prepared, as if he knew all the things we were going to talk about.
I pre-watched the stream.
That's why you know so much, because you were in the past, you're in the present, you're in the future.
Anyways, really fun and interesting project.
Collapse OS.
I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link in chat.
137 says what's Nick's like.
Wow. Windows tried to encourage me to do Linux, to install Linux for a long time.
Underscore B314 says honestly fucking amazing.
Actually, I could believe it.
Yep. Yeah. There I am. There I am, the creator of Python.
You're gorgeous. Gorgeous. And, would you adopt me?
Wait, fuck, hold on. I need to remember from my Dutch friend. Hey, mit nou
What, you said that? When Casper was here. Oh wait, is he the one who said that? Is that why?
No, I had a Dutch friend.
Oh, you know Casper is Dutch, right?
I did not.
I was like, that was your opportunity. I didn't know. I had no idea. And I was studying, actually not that long ago, right? When we were studying Dutch on stream, because for funsies, we wanted to pick a language to study together. So we were doing Dutch. And Casper, that's how we met Casper, because we were studying Dutch and Casper came in. And now he's just like, and we had no idea he was like a math major. I don't know, everything just, it works well. Like.
No, Casper was cool. Yeah.
Casper's pretty cool. Yeah, there's an exercise in this called like Guido's Delicious Lasagna or something. It's like one of the first ones for a lot of the tracks. I'm pretty sure in the Python one they just call it like Guido's Lasagna, and I had no idea it was a reference to the guy until someone said it. I just thought they picked a random name. I'm going off on a tangent, but is it? Am I remembering wrong? What if I'm wrong?
Oh.
There was something like that. Wait. Oh, complete it. Yeah. Guido's Gorgeous Lasagna is the first one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with Win. He was like, you know that is the name of the Python guy. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I guess any more Dutch, maybe I'll have to practice with you. If I learn any more.
No, I know nothing.
The only two things I remember, this is what I was saying to Casper earlier, is fietsen is biking, or bike, or it's one of the verbs for bike in Dutch. And then kijken was their verb.
Line 137 says at Ellie_B314 nice.
Yeah. How do you guys know all the cool stuff? I love Twitch. Twitch is the best. You see what I mean now? When I remember when I first told you about, I was like, oh, hey, guess what? I've been trying to stream on Twitch for like a few months for the first time. And I told you there's a lot of cool people who just like show up. Now you know what I mean. This just happens. Isn't it weird? It's cool.
Ellie_B314 says reinstalling Arch over and over again got me good enough to install Arch without Arch Wiki Max.
Oh, by the way,
okay, so
since we have some Knicks fans.
Knicks. Oh yeah. Sorry, I need to swap back. Oh, you wanna? Yeah, you can show us some.
N_sweep says I skipped over Arch and went straight from Pop to
I
Knicks
remember when I saw this snowflake picture thing, and I immediately was like, Arch. I think it's Arch.
It's a lambda.
Is it?
But anyways,
it's a lambda.
It's a lambda.
That's
because
a lambda?
Nix OS is based off of the Nix, or rather, it's configured with the Nix language, which is a dynamically typed, purely functional programming language, which is based off of the lambda calculus.
Okay. Is there like another name for lambda calculus, or is it just called lambda calculus? Is it like a common name?
I'm not aware of any other name.
Okay. I just wanted to check to see if it was the same thing as multivariable calculus.
That's all,
but
yeah,
I guess not.
Never used it though, Max LOL.
I heard some of the scariest words in one sentence.
No, HD. I promise. Hold on, I have a meme. Hold on,
okay,
I made a meme for this exact situation.
You should give the talk to. Oh, actually, do it to everyone in chat. Remember when you were giving the talk where you're saying all the cool things you can do with functional programming? I'm like, it sounds like you're selling drugs. Give the talk.
Hold on. I need to find the meme. You. I made a meme for this.
Okay, meme. I like memes.
HDD_99 says functional dynamical lambda.
Imagine if for the...
Oh, I found it. I'm going to post it in Discord.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I can just show it. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I have my screen up. You can just show it now. You sound scarily happy in a
I am scarily happy.
Way. Oh.
By the way, these are major people in the history of functional programming.
Really?
This is my man Lambda Man.
Lambda Man.
And my man SPJ.
Oh, they look kind of cute. He's actually wearing a lambda on his shirt. That's cute.
Says where object.
fuck, what's his name? God, no, that's gonna piss me off because I can't remember his name. Yeah, like there's this sort of like air of functional programming that it's like in a big ivory tower, but like I found the functional programming community to be incredibly welcoming and just.
Do you think maybe it's because they're lonely? People. Because maybe no one wants to do it.
I can show you exactly why. So we're gonna go over to Hoogle here, which is
Hoogle.
Haskell Google.
What is this? Actually, maybe Corrupt was right earlier. Maybe I've been sleeping this whole time. This isn't happening. I don't think this is happening. But this is a very vivid.
HDD_99 says
very visceral dream. Like it feels very real, and
Hoogle... yeah, people like. There's this air of being in an ivory tower because this is what the documentation looks like. Like, I mean, honestly, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I know what it means because I've been working with it for years. But, like, who knows what a category is?
Help! I want to wake up. The dreams got scary now. Just kidding. But, it's funny because if this was a dream, if functional programming isn't even real and it's just something I made up in my mind, like how am I going to explain this to people when I wake up and be like, I dreamed there was this thing called functional programming where everything was squished into one line and didn't make sense, and then they had their own website called Hoogle, like that. Do you know how that will sound? I'm just not going to tell anyone about the dream.
Sound like a fucking insane person.
Yes. Absolutely crazy.
I'm gonna cry because I can't remember my man's name.
And then I'm gonna be like, in the dream, the guy who like made the crazy thing, he was wearing like a Superman shirt, had a lambda on it because it's like all about lambda. That doesn't like how is that going to sound?
But yeah, lambda calculus, pretty cool. Functional programming, really cool.
HDD_99 says, imagine being the founder of Python and weighing up from a coma.
I will say, you do a good job. You do a good job promoting it, and I feel less hostile. I actually don't even know what it is. I just know that there exists a hostility for it. But I feel interested in it, because all the things you've said, you know, actually everything you said has been really interesting and super cool. So if functional programming is cool, then it's cool.
Hell yeah.
It follows.
Got
that
another one.
Program has to. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? and then the stream just ends right now, and no one ever sees me again, and I'm just in the tower. I'm in the because I agreed. Like, they have to get you, how it works is they have to get you to say yes once, and then you disappear from the map, never to begin again.
Stuck.
Mm-hmm. You just belong as property.
Wow, that's insane. YouTube froze. That's crazy.
Oh no. But yeah, that's something. It's something. I wonder if the next time
That's true, it did make NixOS.
Mm-hmm. NixOS. And now I will always, whenever I think of a functional programming language, like Haskell is going to be like the first one, the top one, because you like stuck them together now. It's like my first introduction to, I knew functional programming existed, but I didn't know which languages belong to it, or what was a functional.
There's a bunch.
Oh, I didn't really want to hear that, but okay, good.
Well,
a bunch of choices. Was it a fun process learning from that style for you?
So I'm gonna say something very embarrassing.
Okay. Can't do anything more embarrassing than the things I do, so we'll be fine.
I originally picked Haskell because someone said that it was a language for smart people, and I wanted to be smart. I wanted to look smart, so I learned Haskell.
You wanted to look smart, so the result was
Philip Wadler. That's his name. Philip Wadler, Lambda Man.
It's like one of those guys who's like, oh, well, I only went to the gym because, I just wanted to be cool and get girls. But then they end up being like a crazy buff bodybuilder who's like, can carry everyone on their shoulders, and that's the result. That's you, but like your brain. You're like that now. This is the Lambda Man?
Yeah, this is the Lambda Man.
What a cute bow tie. Oh, there's lambdas on the bow tie? Zoom. Enhance that image.
Probably.
We need to enhance.
Oh my
evidence.
God,
enhance. I knew it. I knew there would be lambdas on it. Like, where are the lambdas?
Okay, so HTD asked, is Rust FP? Rust is heavily, I would say, like, functional curious. It's not quite, like, it's still pretty procedural.
Functionally curious, I love that.
But, it's willing to experiment.
Okay.
I
like
Rust
it.
borrows a lot from Haskell, and other functional languages, namely, like the biggest one that I can think of, the most important fucking like thing that makes Rust nice. Oh, what happened?
Oh no!
What happened?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I pushed a button. Wait, what happened? Oh, I don't actually know why that happened. OBS is being weird. Hold on.
Well, I can talk while the screen is black.
Yes, you're still allowed to talk.
So one of the like major things about why Rust is like even nice to program in is because of Rust's trait system, which is basically a ripoff of. I say that with in jest. Rust's trait system is heavily inspired by Haskell's type class system, which coincidentally invented by this man Philip Wadler back in the early or mid to late 90s. He invented the idea of type classes, and
he has such a cute name, Wadler. It's just perfect.
Right, Wadler. And like highly recommend to listen to a talk by Philip Wadler, because he is just a delight to listen to. I will drop one of his
says Python has lambda functions.
Videos in
smiley face.
Damn, Casper would enjoy this video.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find.
Well, you could always, if you want to share it with him, add him on the server. Because he likes when people add him with stuff. He's never had a problem with it. I usually tell people just to add Casper.
In the Discord?
Yeah, he doesn't mind.
Like,
and then you can tell him you know some Dutch, and then he'll, then you will be bonded forever.
And also, Rust's type system is heavily inspired by Haskell, as well as the enum / struct. It looks like similar to C's structs, but they're way more closely related to Haskell's idea of data type of sum and product types. So, Rust, functionally curious. That's my answer.
Okay, can I tell you a crazy story in a second? Let me tell you a little. Let's go back in time for a second. This is crazy. But you know what? This is worth it. I don't have any regrets. And the reason why I don't have regrets, because in it's on Thursday, I'll be gone for like 4 days, so there will not be streams. So I want to enjoy my time. 4 days is like a lifetime, and in 4 days I'll forget everything that ever happened. So yeah, it's worth it. I want to enjoy this time and make up for the missed days that I'm going to have. But also, here's the story.
And Stucky says,
the story. Yes, here's the story. So, this was like hours ago, like many hours ago. This was like 8 or 9 hours ago. So 8 or 9 hours ago, before I met Ellie.
HDD_99 says in 4 days they will cancel it.
God, was it really 9 hours ago? No fucking way.
Yeah. Actually, when I started streaming, which was like 11 and a half hours ago, when I started streaming, I was already tired at that point, but then like 2 hours later, I was falling asleep partially on stream, but not really all the way, just like nodding off, starting to nod off. Like if you watch, you can tell like I'm just like not really. I'm dragging the NAND blocks around really slow, and I'm just getting really sleepy, and I can't solve the problem. And I'm just trying to stay awake. So I was like, there's no way possible. I'm dead. I don't think I can go much longer, and I don't think I'll be able to finish. And but then Ellie just showed up, and it was like actually a shot of adrenaline. Like I feel great. I know I'm not gonna feel great maybe when I wake up after this, because usually I don't, but I feel great right now. Isn't that all that matters? Because YOLO. It's just like the tiredness got knocked right out of me so hard. I feel like I just woke up right now. This is probably not healthy, but it's good to know I still have it in me to do this sometimes, as long as I get the right environmental triggers.
An all-nighter once.
I've said this before.
My sleep schedule's gonna be fucked for weeks.
Mine. It'll get forced back into place. It'll be fine. Mine, but
is today it's Wednesday.
Oh, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Somehow. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say now.
HDD_99 says, what's harder? Recursion or FP? If they are same, ignore me.
It made Nixo, so I'm a convert. Oh my god. I just saw that right now. Convert. Languages. You look like one of those like old programming tutorials where they would like always open up like text edit, and then that's like the whole tutorial.
Little
like,
notepad.
You know what I'm talking about? Notepad. Like first write this, and then you're supposed to just type it in. Unregistered hypercam.
Oh man, I need that. If I ever start streaming, I need to get an unregistered hypercam too. Fucking little icon at the top right.
Yes. You gotta be the real deal. But you're channeling that energy so hard right now. Like I feel like a programmer, even though, like right now, just by watching you do this, like type this out.
But, no, I'll use a factorial.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but when I, talking to people, to the right kinds of people in the right kinds of contexts, it's. I'm pretty sure I could possibly beat the world record for going without sleep as long as I'm constantly surrounded with the right things. It's so weird. I don't know how it all works, but it just happens. But I was so tired. Where did it go? I was so tired. I could not keep my eyes open. Ooh. N times blah. I love that. It's okay. I'm done now. You can talk if you want to make it easier. You don't have to channel the retro energy if you don't want to.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I got my answer out.
Okay. You did it.
Damn, should I start streaming?
You should.
Fun.
You should. I'll follow.
Follow me, guys. Maybe I'll stream sometime. I don't know. I make no commitments. But still this.
Oh my god, your account was created since 2013 and you haven't streamed once? Shocking.
I think I streamed maybe once.
That's good. I was gonna say, if it was absolutely zero, I'd be like, It's fun. The point is, if I can do it, literally anyone can. That's one of the another one of the reasons why I like doing these things, because I really kind of do feel like that. If I can do it, if anyone wants to, then they can. Because the mistakes I make are egregious. They're not just mistakes. Sometimes they're extraordinarily egregious. So. Yeah. Okay. What's this next one? Wait, what am I streaming? Oh, I'm still okay. Unregistered hypercams. Are you cheating? You know what I'm surprised by, though? Ellie?
What's up?
I'm surprised because there actually are a lot of people that stream in the software and game development category, like a good amount of people. And there's a lot of, great people to pick from and people at the top who have a lot of viewers already watching. How did you even get here?
It's cool, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To a stream with...
It works. It works. What did you... Sure. Look at my screen. I got it to work. I got it to work.
Am I blind?
Oh, it's literally cut off at the top of the screen.
Oh, you put it... Okay. Oh, actually, I can see it. Wait, why does it... Oh. Lol. Oh, because the formatting I have on OBS. I mean, I guess I can drag it down in Command Z.
Let me just bring it down right there. There we go. There we go.
Everyone was probably like,
what? Oh yeah, baby. We program in an unregistered hypercube too.
So you're a real programmer now. Before you weren't. You were pretending, role playing as a as a guru, but now you're actually the real deal. You should save that forever. Really so whenever you start doing this in the future, just put it back up. And suddenly people will take you seriously again.